What is going on, people? Welcome back. We're at Sebring, and I believe this will be the first video I post on my YouTube channel of Sebring itself. And it's gonna, what better way to start off than in this R-Class Grand Slam series. We're putting the car with 2 laps of fuel with the soft tyre. Sebring is quite a big track compared to others, so I don't think we're going to get 3 laps on the soft tyre. So yeah, we'll fuel it for 2. We don't want to put extra weight on if we don't need it, and all we have to do is set the fastest lap time around here. But here we go. It's good to be back. Nice to be back at Sebring. Great track. Love it round here. We loved it in Forza Motorsport 7, and we're back in Forza Motorsport, well, 8, but yeah, we'll call it Forza Motorsport to save upsetting people. Into the first lap, starting on the right hand side of the track, braking, going into second gear, using the curb on exit. We just about keep it on track, within track limits, keeping on the right hand side, down into first gear, let the car's gearbox ride us around the first part there, and then set ourselves up to exit this corner as fast as possible, because it is a long straight down to the next right-hander, which is a heavy braking zone as well. It will definitely be a first gear to stop it down here. So here we go, slight late brake in the braking line, down into first gear, off the throttle, no braking, just let the car come around. Once it's straight, accelerate hard. And it does feel good to be back at Sebring, to be fair. Great track, such a good track. The only one I'm missing now is Road Atlanta. Once they bring Road Atlanta back to this, I'll be happy. I'll be really happy with the tracks that we got. But yeah, back to the lap. Fast left-hander, and then set yourself up for this right-hander here. We go to first gear, but we could probably get away with second gear around there. But remember, this is our banker lap at the moment. We've got enough time to set 2 laps, I think. Or haven't? No, we haven't. This is going to be our only lap we get to set. We ain't got enough time to set another one. Yeah, that's not good. That really is not good, actually. I mean, the fastest lap of the race so far is a 1:56, and we're at 1:53 left in practice end. So this is going to have to be it. We're going to have to set something better than a 1:56 here, and I don't think we're going to do that, are we? It's going to be close. I think we're just about going to do it, maybe by a few seconds. Okay, so it's a 1:52.4. Yeah, this could be tight. And let's see how much quicker we could have gone. We'll push anyway. We've got 1 minute 23 seconds left. So look, we'll push now, take risks, push the car to the limits, and we'll see how much faster we could have been. So down into first gear, try and get a good exit out of that corner, which we do. How much are we up then? Half a second already after about 3 corners. So yeah, that's not a good sign. It means we could have pushed a bit harder on that first lap. I honestly thought we had enough time for 2 laps, but obviously we didn't. Car gets really unsettled there on exit. We're fighting with the rear, trying to get the power back down, and we do in the end. I think we would have lost a bit of time on that, to be honest, which we did. We lost 3/10. Was to be expected though. We're still going to go aggressive though. I want to see what would happen if obviously we go aggressive and take risks to actually hook up the corners. At the moment we're a bit all over the place trying to correct the car. We do go for second gear around this right-hander this time, and we do just about keep it within track limits. We're back to half a second up on our first lap. No one's getting near our lap time. Into this heavy braking zone here, down into second gear, let the car's gearbox slow us down as well, then use it with the drive. And we're sort of all over the place at the moment. I wouldn't say it's the smoothest. We're really pushing the car hard. We're 6/10 up, and practice is about, well, qualifying is about to end. There we go. So yeah, I think we definitely could have improved. Obviously, if I could have got 3 laps in, the first would have been the banker, the second would have been the smooth push, and then obviously if we were under threat, the third would have been there as insurance to push to the limits. But anyway, this is going to be the beginning of the race. We're going to put the car up to 5 laps, knock it down 1 to take it to 4 laps of fuel, medium tyres. We're ready to go, and we are on the front row at Sebring. So far, we're heading towards completing the Sebring Grand Slam. We're going to start from the front row in the Porsche 911 GT. Qualified first. Let's win this race. Let's get the fastest lap time. And then we are laughing. Hopefully we don't get challenged here. Down into second gear. Let the car rotate. Car definitely feels a lot heavier. I take it that'll be all the fuel that we've put on board. So the car should improve as the laps go down. We've only got 4 laps to complete round here. And coming into this left-hander here, it's looking good so far. We have got one guy sticking with us though. I will just obviously bear in mind that he's there. I think he's got better cornering than us as well, because it seems to be corners he's catching us. Into first gear there. Wait till the car's nice and straight, and then we can go flat out of first gear into second gear. And then all the way through the gears down here. Big swooping left and right handers. Hard on the brakes here. Let the car just come around to the right hand side, but don't go aggressive on the throttle, because you've got to make your way around this long left hander and then set yourself up for this right hander here. Down into second gear, get as close as you can to that inside curve, and then let the car go wide on exit and then accelerate down here. Prep yourself for this fast left hander here. It is flat out in this car, and at this speed you should be able to keep it pinned. Prep it on the left hand side of the track and then cut into the right here, and then swoop back to the left here. And then after braking, you want to get back on the power once the car's nice and straight, and then accelerate all the way down this back straight, all the way up through the gears. And then it's a tricky braking zone here. You want to hit the brakes hard at first, then come off the brakes, a little bit of third gear, then back down into second gear to prep yourself to come out the corner, into third, out, then into fourth. Slowly maneuver the car across track to prep yourself for the next lap. Braking zone on the right hand side, and cut into the left in second gear, using curb on exit if you need it, which we don't that time, so we could have gone a bit faster to be honest. Down into first gear. This section's quite tricky, it's quite slow, very easy to lose the rear end, so we're just going to feather and play with the throttle until the grip comes back. There it does, and we get back on track to pushing hard. We're 3.5 seconds up at the moment. We're nearly 2.5 seconds ahead of second place. Everything is looking good and in control. All we have to do really is set this fastest lap. I think if we can just keep the car on track for the rest of this lap, and we don't really have to go mad pushing. He is actually starting to catch us though. He's run the delta down. He was around 2.5 seconds behind. Just then it was about 1.8. So I'm not sure where he's I think he's catching us in corners. Is it corners or is it straights? I can't work it out. I've been paying attention on the road ahead and I haven't been paying attention to behind. So let's have a look now. We're on a bit of a straight here. Let's just see. Is it on the straights? I think it is on the straights. But in the corners, we are building time back. So this thing is definitely quicker in corners compared to him behind. Yeah, look how much we built up through that section. But then on the straight, it's 3.1, 3, 2.9. Yeah, so he's bringing the delta down on straights. He's obviously very strong in a straight line. And it'll be interesting to see if he's quicker than us around this fast right-hander. Because it's not really a grip corner that's more of a precision and how you place your car. And he's come around that quite well, to be honest. This could get interesting. I think we still improved on him that lap though. So even though it went down to about 1.8 at one point, we still improved and got ahead of him. So now all we have to do, this is lap 3. This is probably going to be our last lap of good tyres. I don't know actually, we should have good tyres on lap 4 as well, the way it's looking. We'll see. We're up anyway on the delta this lap as we come into the heavy braking zone here for the right hander. Look at how I stay off the throttle until the car comes out of the corner. Trust me, it is the right way to do it. And then this is the second of the hard braking into a right hander. You don't want to get straight on the throttle after the first part of that corner, as you can see why. if you make one little mistake under harsh throttle, the car will bite back. So you want to keep it as smooth as possible, obviously without losing the rear on this Porsche. This long left-hander into the heavy braking right-hander, and that's nice. We hit the curb just literally a little bit there, and then the other opposite curb, and we're hitting the curbs nicely here. I think this is going to be up on the Delta. It is only by 1/10, but you know what? It's up. It's up. It's an improvement, and the guys behind, I haven't been keeping an eye on them, but now it's 8 seconds to the guy behind, so I don't know what's happened that lap. He's either made a mistake or the one who was behind us has quit the race. I don't know, to be honest. I wasn't watching. Apologies. We're going to be 2 tenths up, and it's a 1:52.8, so let's try and improve again, and we're not going to do that because we hit the wall. And if that was real life, that would probably be the race over on the last lap, so I don't think the team will be too happy. But luckily this is a game and we can carry on. But we're not going to be setting the fastest lap time on the last lap. So this is literally just to bring it over the line now, and we've just got to hope that we get the fastest lap time. That guy in second place, I'm sure he had a 0.8 penalty as well, who was in second place towards the beginning of this race. He had the pace and he was with us, but now it seems that it's quite easy to pull away from him, or unless he keeps making mistakes, we're taking seconds out of him. So did he put on the soft tyre at the beginning of this race? Is he making mistakes? I don't know. Did he set a really fast lap time at the beginning of the race? I don't know. We're going to find out. Hopefully he hasn't, and hopefully we can tick Sebring off the list straight away in this Grand Slam series. And what a way to come back to Sebring as well. Really dominant performance, I would say. Can't wait to do some starting from the back races from here in multiple classes. Such a good track. But I don't know if anyone else agrees with me. I would love to see Road Atlanta back in the game. Such an enjoyable track, Road Atlanta. It's one of them tracks as well where if you are really up for taking risks, they can really bite you, or they can really pay off. A little bit of a drift as we come down the final corner there, and then it doesn't really want to drift after that. But yeah, Road Atlanta, it's just one of them tracks where if you take risks and push the car, it can pay off massively, but then if you make a little mistake, it can really bite back. So yeah, really good track. But yeah, that's Sebring. I'm going to hold the Grand Slam series for now, just for now. I'm going to go back to some starting from the back videos, and we'll come back to the R-Class starting from the back series to complete the rest of the tracks, which we haven't done yet. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. It is fun. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it's a bit repetitive, just starting from the front and having no fight, but hey ho, we've got to get all the races ticked and off the list. But yeah, I'll see you in the next videos, going back to starting from the back, and I hope you guys are enjoying the videos as well. Obviously this is quite new for me, but I'll keep posting them, and I really appreciate feedback as well. If anyone's got any ideas or anything that they want to suggest, just throw it towards me. I always reply back to people as much as I can. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one, guys.